ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तस्मैवादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ते पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवम। Today we are taking 41 stanza of chapter 6 Srimad Bhagavad Geeta. This stanza is telling like that. प्राप्य पुण्यकृतो लोका नुषित्वा शाश्वती समः शुचिनां श्रमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टा विजायते। प्राप्य पुण्यकृतां लोकान्, ये जो those person which is practicing the divine practice of meditation, those person they are practicing the divine practices of meditation honestly. So by any cause or accidentally or any disturbance of the Maya, they cannot get or they cannot reach in the highest destination. So they called yoga bhrashta. Punyakritam, because nothing is good and holy work like meditation in this world. The meditation is the holiest work. So it is called Punyakartam. If you are doing the meditation, you are doing the holiest work of the world. So, Lokan, a person leave his body and he is not success in that last destination. So they goes the holy lokas, good mother, divine planets. And prapit means they get the divine check-in in the divine planets. Shashwati, it means the long time. Samaha, it means years of years. Ushitva, it means they live there, they stay there. Shuchinam, it means the pure persons, their behavior is pure, their knowledge is pure, their divinity is very good. That is called Suchinam. Sramatam, it means the person they have the divine intellect, that they called Sramatam. Gehe, it means homes. Yoga Brashta, Abhijayate. Abhijayate, it means they born. So this is the meaning of this stanza. If a person is not complete his journey, that is called yoga brashta, and his soul goes to the divine planets, and after resting there many years, they born again in the family of pure holy persons, and the Srimitam Gehe, it means the home of those persons, they have the divine intellect. Satchidananda Paramatma, the master of uncountable millions galaxies, and only installation and base of the galaxies. That uncountable million galaxies, they are laying in the very, very unimaginary body of Satchidananda Paramatma. Because your language is very poor. Your language on earth, all language, 300 languages and 3000 dialects, all are insufficient to describe the God's divine knowledge. So please excuse me that I am saying the body of God. Actually body has God, of God is not correct. But there is no any substitution of this word. So I am putting this word to describe this fact. Satchidananda Paramatma, the Master Sadguru, is answering the question of Arjuna. The Arjuna question, he asked that what will be happen if a person not reach the last destination of the divine meditation practices. I named this meditation the meditation of awareness. I named this meditation the Satchidananda meditation of enlightenment. The question of Arjuna is very, very important to all seekers. So, the God answer, I want to say God, because Satchidananda Paramatma is the millions time bigger than this God's word, because your God word is not sufficient to describe the Satchidananda Paramatma. You think that God is creator. You think that God is controller. You think that God is a judge or magistrate. You think that God is the giver. You think that God is governor. But you think wrong. Satchidananda Paramatma is not work like that. That is the definition of Ishwar. You use the God word in the meaning of Ishwar, not Satchidananda. And Ishwar is the controller of the Jiva, because the Jiva has avidya and Ishwar has Maya. So both are conjugate with this dark illusion, but Satchidananda Paramatma is not conjugate with the dark illusion. You believe or not believe, but this is fact. Because as in the ocean, the bubbles, the waves, the tides comes and goes. As in the Satchidananda Paramatma, your all hypothetical gods comes and goes. Because the waves and the bubbles, they are only the barter, and they make by the barter and unstable. So if you leave your foolishness only, then you can become pleasant. The cause of your all the sorrows and tensions and dilemmas and unbalanced life or painful experiences is only one, that is, you do not know the real Swarupa of God, the existing existence of the God. So here, the Satchidananda Paramatma came in the form of Lord Krishna. So please, we cannot define the Krishna's presence in the words. Here, he is saying that prapya punya kartam lokan. He is saying about yoga bhrashta. He is saying about those persons, they have missed the chance of liberation. He is telling about those persons who are failed in the meditation regular practices. The Krishna is telling about yoga bhrashta. The Krishna is telling about yoga bhrashta. The yoga bhrashta is the person who is do not take the priority. He do not take the priority of Atma Sakshatkara on the top. He take the priority of Atma Sakshatkara lightly, not seriously. Yoga Bhashta is those who is the attract in the sensory desires or the lust of this world. The lust word is appropriate here. So my dear friends, the yoga bhashta prapya punya kartam lokan. If a person missed his chance or drilled on the line of his sadhana, divine practices, then the answer of Arjuna, answer of the question of Arjuna, giving prapya punya kartan lokan, the yoga bhrashta stay in the divine planets invisible. Nobody knows about the divine planets because there is amutra. There is no generation by the genetical fluid. There is no multiplication of bodies. There is only like a retiring room of the plane or the trains. It is an example. If we see the example of this fact, we can see the Meera. Meera was the loving friend of Krishna at that time, but that is called Gopi. And Meera missed his chance because she was not completely surrendered in the feet of Krishna. She feel worldly feelings and she doubtful about the ability and about the existence in God of Krishna. So that is incomplete love and incomplete respect about the Master Krishna. Meera cannot reach the last destination of the life, that is called liberation from death and birth. So that is called Atma Sakshatkara. That is called complete awareness. That is called super enlightenment, divine. So Meera stay in that Punyakritan Lokan. She stay 4,800 years there. And you will be amazed. The 4,800 years of your earth, they have no meaning on that lokas, as you know. When you sleep in the night and you sleep 8 or 9 hours, but when you awake, you think that you just sleep and just awake. The time interval of the sleeping you cannot feel. So that lokas, the time interval in that lokas is the not by the relativity theory of Einstein, what it is the another theory that is we read in the Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam says that when 100 years passed on the earth, then the one day of the heaven, where there is the King Indra's live. And the 100 years of the heaven, Swarga Loka, there is one day of another Brahma Loka or between any Loka, and their Loka is 100 years past than the one day of Brahma Loka. And the 100 years past of the Brahma Loka, then I am not remembering that exact calculation, but I say the Vishnu Loka. So there is a story you can understand better. The ancestor of Rama Kutumba, the forefathers of the Rama, that is named by Muchkunda. Is named by Muchkunda. And the Muchkunda fought for the help of the God and Goddess of heaven against the devils and the Rakshasas. After the fighting, the Muchkunda's army win, and he was very tired. So he think that if he will go in on the earth, there is this family is living, he will take good rest there. So he went and he see that in the Ayodhya there is no person remaining to know the Muchkunda, because that there is the hundreds of generations passed in that time of short time of the fight in the Swargaloka with the Rakshasa. So he was returned, because there is nobody can identify that he is our forefather. So he was returned, come back to the heaven, and he asked to Indra, will you help me? Indra say, yes. What you want? He say, I want to take good rest because I am very tired. I want to sleep long time. So the Indra give Muchkunda a very safe place. That place is now present in India. That is not a gossip, that is fact. That is called Muchkund Gufa in the Badrinath, 14 kilometers away from Mana place. I visit there by the grace of God. At that time, that cave, the Muchkund Gufa, the cave, surrounded or covered by the spiny shrubs, and nobody can go there because that route is very difficult. Route was very difficult. So Muchkunda was sleeping there very nice, peacefully, and he take one wish from the Indra, the king of heaven. That wish was, if anyone disturb or awake by the sleep, he will be at once burned and covered into the ash. So he was sleeping long time, and before 5,500 years ago, when the Krishna came on the earth, and the Krishna destroyed the evil persons or devils or the Rakshasas or bad person or negative person and harmful person for the divine activities or divine atmosphere creating. So the Krishna killed the Shishupala, Kansa and the Jarasandha and many. When the Krishna is killed, the Shishupala by the Sudarshan Chakra, the Shishupal's friend, that is name was Kalyavan. The Kalyavan was very angry and he wanted to kill the Krishna. Krishna knows how to give the death to Kalyavan. Krishna don't want to destroy the Kalyavan's body by his hand. So he make a trick. Krishna ran away and Kalyavan was following the Krishna and saying, stop, coward, stop, coward. Krishna is seeing and smiling and running away, and Kalyavan was continuously following Krishna. So by this marathon running, I say the biggest marathon running. The Krishna reached near the Muchkund Gufa, Muchkund cave, and Krishna hidden back in the cave, back of a pillar. And Krishna played the trick. He put his cloth, yellow cloth, that is called pitambar, on the Muchkund body. So Kaliyavan think that Krishna is laying here and he do not knows that I am came. So Krishna is thinking that I cannot find Krishna here. So yet once Kaliyavan kicked the Muchkund, and the sleep of Muchkund was disturbed. And Muchkund has that wish, the divine power wish, the powerful wish given by the Indra, and he just opened his eyes to see the Kaliyavan. Kaliyavan within a second become the heap of ashes. So we can say the two examples, one example of Meera and another example of Muchkund. So we can say the word of Krishna in this stanza is true, that Prapya Punya Kritan Lokan, that person who is the yoga brashta, they get divine planets for just like retiring room, they take rest there. Then after, the good mother and good father, appropriate mother and appropriate father, they found, then they take the birth. Who is appropriate mother and appropriate father? So that is Suchinam Sramatam Gehe. It means the Suchinam means the absolutely pure person. The person, they are absolutely pure. They have nothing impurity. They are maybe Brahmagyani or not Brahmagyani. They can be the highest lover of the God. Shrimatam. It means the intellect of that person is very, very divine. The intellect of that person is flow to the spiritual path. Gehe, it means home. So, the enlightened person must be married with the enlightened woman, because the enlightened husband and enlightened wife, they can create, they can welcome the divine souls on this earth. The divine souls and the good souls, the yoga brashta souls, they can spread the meditation of awareness all over the world, and they can get the last destination of the liberation. So the yoga brashta, born again in the absolutely pure families and absolutely divine families. So this is the insurance of divine aware meditation of awareness. So nobody doubt in their mind your effort will not destroy, your meditation practices will not be meaningless. It is just like capital in the bank, and bank give you interest and your money will be double, and the meditation of awareness is your fixed deposit. It will be grow more and more. It will not destroy. It will not go in meaninglessness. It will not go in the vain. In vain. So, this chapter is saying that if you are a real seeker and you get the enlightened Master Sadguru, then you have this faith or have assurance that your good days has came now. When the enlightened master direct your life and give you the instructions and give you the method of meditation, so then every activity of your, it will be the purity and divinity and spirituality, highest divine practices. So the liberation and the last welfare of your life comes through the master's teachings or master's words. The master again and again teach you, you live separate from your desires and hungers of your sensory organs, senses. So this practice makes you able to stand in the presence of God existence, but a person is not come on this birth in the purity, stage of the purity, which is required for enlightenment or Atma Sakshatkara. Then what will be happen? Because the equilibrium is not happen now, because the all arrangements to enlight a lamp is not happen now. There is no oil or there is no base for light. So what will be happen? That will happen if you do efforts towards the enlightenment, Atma Sakshatkara, Buddhatva, Jivan Mukti stage. Then the rishis and munis, the Brahmavettas and Manishis, and the highest lover of the God, Param Bhaktas, they are staying on the earth every time. And that type of persons, they comes by the genetical fruit of that pure persons. So the pure persons, Brahmavettas, Rishis, Munis, enlightened person, Manishis, they pure person, they are very rich or very prosperous person on this world, not in the sense of money, but in the sense of the divinity and spirituality. So Krishna is telling, Srimatam, because the richness of the knowledge is the real richness. The richness of the awareness is the real richness. The richness of knowing yourself is the real richness. The richness of Atma Sakshatkara is the real richness. No wealth can be compared by this richness. because your all wealth is like the dust in the front of that in front of that richness. So in the conclusion of this discourse, I want to say that it is a very, very essential that an enlightened person must be married with a good woman, that is the helpful. She must be helpful in the work of enlightened person. If you do not get like that woman, please do not get married, because the energy will be collapsed and you will that person will become the yoga bhrashta. So the help of husband and help of wife, if both are on the great level of divinity and spirituality, they are on the peak, they can produce child like Krishna or Rama or Kapila or Kanada or Vasishta or Ashtavakra or Janaka. Only they can do it. So the Indian mythology and Indian divinity spirituality not only give the peace of a person, but that give the purity in the body, even in the genetical material also. Person who do the meditation, his all particle of body change, become divine. So my dear friend, do not take it lightly. This meditation of Sakshi and meditation of awareness is the highest precious meditation of the world. So, if you want to make this earth pleasant, happy, without tension, or you want to make this earth without wars, you want to make this earth without the cheating or cheaters, or thief or dacoits or criminals, so you must be produce the good generation. And when that good generation will be produced, when the mother and father, they both do the meditation of awareness and they stand in the stage of the peace. When you are very peaceful and you have no sex and you have no desires and you have no dust and you have no tension and you have no worries and you have no dilemmas and you have not hunger of the sensory organs, at that time, when you meet for only the welcome a good child, a good generation, so that is the message of the Geeta, not only the message of divinity, but the practical message to become our earth a good environment. So how can we do this? When the maximum person, they do the meditation and they become the peaceful and they become the pleasant and they become the helpful person and they become the pure positive person and they become the good great person, then this earth will be converted into the heaven. So when that the population of good persons increase, so Indian person said, now Sato Yoga is coming. When the population of active persons and they are generally good, but sometimes they deviate. So that is called now the Dwapar is came. When the person is good but Satoguni, not Nirguni, that is called the Treta is came. And when the most of persons they have no faith in the God, and most of persons they do not want to enlighten, and most of persons they are caught in the fake and false gurus, and most of persons, they are made in the sensory organ hungers, and they can do any crime, they can do anything, they are fighting each other, they are fighting in the name of false religions and false books and false norms. That is called Kali Yuga. So my dear friend, this stanza is giving you the directives to be enlightened and to be doing the meditation of awareness. Please, I want to tell only this: be vegetarian, do meditation, and if you want to learn the meditation, I will provide you the chance in the form of camps or the workshops every year or every 6 monthly or every quarterly, as my friends can arrange these camps. Thank you very much. Thank you.